All right, good morning, everybody. Hope you're all having yourselves a fantastic start to the AM here. Happy Monday, and yeah, hope you guys are in great shape and ready for what should hopefully be a really strong remaining trading day. Yeah, hopefully you guys all had a great weekend. Sorry, just responding to a message here. And yeah, feeling good, feeling sharp, feeling refreshed, recharged, ready to go, and yeah, ready to keep going on what should be a hopefully really strong week here again, right? Last week was a fantastic trading week. We took advantage of the market. We took advantage of basically the limited volatility that was there, right? If we look at it from a weekly perspective, last week was an inside week, right? So not exactly a tremendous amount of trending PA, and we were able to basically close our trades right as our P&L is increasing, manage our risk really well, and we focused on the quality of our decisions, not the quality of our P&L, right? And we're at 11 or 12 consecutive green days in a row here. So that's constantly, right, being the element that is making us money. And that's what I want you all to focus on individually here as traders, right? You know, the more that you try to focus on making decisions that are P&L based, the more that you degrade the quality of your decisions. And then once you degrade the quality of decisions, right, you start to venture down into that tilt territory very easily. And then you start to trade your P&L, right, instead of trading your process. So the emphasis, right, or the focus or the thing to really put your energy towards is making sure that you're happy with the quality of your decisions, right? If I behave this way over the course of 100 trades, 1,000 trades, 10,000 trades, right, 10 years, 1,000 years, right, that I'm going to be profitable here long term. So you have to almost like earn that right to trade more. And that has to be the emphasis, right? The focus, the obsession. Because if we control the quality of those decisions, if we control the quality of our executions, then the P&L will take care of itself and we can actually play that numbers game. But if we're not going to control the quality of our executions, right? Control the size of our losers, right? Take our wins as they're actually increasing, then introducing more daily decisions to your trading process just sets you up, right, to take on more emotional turmoil and then put you on tilt even faster. So that for me, right, is always the priority. How can I be proactive, not reactive here this morning? And then if I am correctly proactive, if I'm managing those variables well, then everything else kind of falls into place, and I should be able to make a pretty tremendous amount of money, right? So with that being said, we also have the futures roll, right, really kicking off here today, tomorrow, and so that's going to be a little bit of a, we'll call it barrier here, right, this morning. So we'll see if we need to trade the March contract here today. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Might already be automatically changed over here inside our Tradevate accounts. So we'll see if that ends up being the scenario here this AM. But yeah, let's start mapping things out. With that being said, right, let's start mapping things out, figure out what we want to do. It's FOMC week here this week, so should be an interesting one. And it's the last full week here prior to the holiday period. I haven't quite finalized my holiday plans, but I won't really be trading a ton here next week. Maybe trade the Monday and then be off from what would that be? The 24th, right? So trade the Monday, be off from the 24th to like the, yeah, probably the 6th. So take a week off or so, maybe a bit more. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll finalize that here in the next day or two, and we'll go from there. So yeah, let's start mapping things out here on ES. What's the count? Well, let's go from there. Yeah, 2 out of 3 to the downside with volume. Doji, right? Relatively indecisive price action. Can we explain that increase in volume by anything, or is that technical? Yeah, it's because of the futures roll, exactly. What makes the volume of the roll challenging? So why is that? Like what about it is tough? Yeah, exactly, right? The big volume, increasing volume standard can be a little bit misleading because a lot of that is just, yeah, swapping contracts, right? Instead of actually creating a directional bias. So although yesterday was a 2 out of 3 with volume, I'm going to have a little bit of flexibility here in either direction still. And yeah, really targeting up towards sort of those all-time highs, etc. And then again, like, don't need to be hyper aggressive going into the futures roll, right? Generally a week where you want to be, or a couple days, right, where you want to be just a little bit more cautious, a little bit more casual, and basically not front run price action here too aggressively. If you can avoid basically chasing, right, momentum or chasing ideas or doing anything along those lines, you just set yourself up to be green, right? So don't need to force anything. We don't need to overtrade. We don't need to feel like we're owed action here today. None of that kind of stuff, right? It's, again, about the quality of our decisions, not the amount of decisions that we make. And we need to create that proof of concept here initially with our decisions before we can scale them even more. So if you're a trader here who's trying to hold yourself to one trade a day, or you're a trader here that's trying to stay within your max loss number, just because you have, those sort of parameters set for yourself, doesn't mean you got to take a $500 loss. Doesn't mean you have to take a trade here today. Doesn't mean any of those things. It's as a simple reminder, right, that our second most profitable position is sitting on hands, right, and not taking on any risk. And if we're scaling, right, and controlling those variables while not putting pressure on ourselves to make those decisions just because we want to feel alive, that makes it a lot easier, right, for us to actually be green here long term. So really, really want to keep emphasizing that, right, to individuals, to everyone. If you want to scale up your trading, you have to learn to trade price action objectively, not just to trade it because you want to feel something. And that's why learning how to control your dopamine around your trading allows you to look at things for the boring examples that they are. Excellence in the market is not about feeling the most entertained, or by feeling busy, or by feeling vindicated by taking a lot of action. It's literally about doing the boring, mundane things over and over and over and over again, and allowing those decisions to compound here successfully. So if we can't commit basically to doing those boring, mundane things, we're never going to make any money here long term. And again, right, plan's not changing too much, so we're okay from that perspective. Okay, NQ, maybe the slightly easier name for us to trade here today. What's the count? How do we feel? Three for three, Rame, it's a 3 for 3, right? Green candle, increasing volume, gap up, right? So we're already at 29, so we're looking for a move towards 22,000, right? That'd be the starting point here to the upside, and I'm probably going to go NA here to the downside, right? I'll play that on ES if that ends up being an opportunity. A little bit of an easier setup here, right? A little bit of a matches seasonality, maybe just a little bit better, right? So we're going to see if that ends up coming together. You guys know how I feel about NQ regardless. She's my baby, my favorite thing to trade in the entire world. So let's see if they'll cooperate, give us a look. And again, right, maybe we'll be trading the March contract here today. Okay. CL here. So probably a little bit more aggressive, right, from a roll perspective. Green candle, decreasing volume, gap down, right? So 1 for 3 here to the upside. So do have flexibility technically in either direction here, right? Either looking for the breakout above 71.50, or right, you're looking for a fake out back down towards maybe $70 and then $69. Nice. So we'll say ORB trend line fake out. Cool. All right, Apple, Doji, increasing volume, gap up. So a week 3 for 3 here to the upside. So needs to get over 250. And then no bear case here with that 3 for 3. Tesla, 3 for 3 again, right? Pretty big gap up. This thing does not stop. What a beast. And so we're looking for a gap fill and go type trade. Or a breakout over 440. Okay, Microsoft. Doji, decreasing volume, nothing gap, right? 3 cent gap down. So we'll call this a 1.5 out of 3 here to the downside. So you're looking for a breakout here over 451. Or a breakdown here under 445. Okay, Amazon, increasing volume, but pretty low within context, right? So again, you could still have a little bit of a bullish bias here. A breakout over that 231 would be a fantastic starting point. A breakdown under that 226, again, would be a pretty nice starting point here too. Yeah, I mean, the volume is increasing, so technically I shouldn't have a bearish bias, but very easy for us to overcome that volume standard before we can, yeah, like we should be able to overcome that very easily if we're going to take some PA this morning. Okay, AMD, biggest volume we've seen here so far by a moonshot. And this is a clear textbook with volume, right? So you're looking for a 125 breakdown or a rejection inside yesterday's range. Okay. NVIDIA. Are you talking about Amazon's chips, Jenny? I didn't know they made chips. So we're looking for a 132.50 breakdown here. Or again, right, a dip buy inside yesterday's range. Okay, Meta. Again, right, kind of reminds me a little bit of Amazon, right, where it's an increasing volume standard, but relative to the price action, like directly to its left, it's not really very impressive volume. So a breakout still above that 638 is fine. A breakdown under 618 would be an interesting starting point here. And then ideally, right, would like to just see increasing volume here all around. So just slightly decreasing there. So Netflix, right, at 926 breakout, right, or a breakdown here under 909. And again, right, we'd like to see an increasing volume standard here show up prior to us being aggressive. Okay. Google, I mean, still confined here inside that Wednesday range. So we're looking for that 196 breakout here. So either break out above that range or break down under, and we will be in decent shape. And then VIX, a little bit elevated here, 14.2. But again, that's nothing to really get too crazy about. So not too worried or too concerned about that here today. So any questions, team? Everything makes sense? How we all feeling? All right, fantastic. So just going to be a little bit cautious, right, with the futures roll here today. No need to be hyper aggressive or to do anything silly or do anything stupid. And then again, right, it's judging yourself based on the quality of your executions, the ability to remain in control. That's then going to compound and actually make you some money. Chasing a P&L here today will really complicate things, right? So don't be that. So Robert, if you go into your trading chart, you'll see it switching from the December contract to the January contract here on CL. And it'll give you that code there as well. All right, guys, so I'm just going to go make myself a cup of coffee, spend a few minutes here visualizing a successful trading day, and then we'll jump back on here as the session is getting going, and we'll set ourselves up for what should hopefully be a successful trading day. So we'll be back at it in a couple minutes, and I'll talk to you all then. All right, team. So let's get ready for what should hopefully be an interesting trading day here today. And let's see how basically the market shapes up, where enthusiasm kind of comes together, and if we can take advantage, right, of, yeah, hopefully any kind of trending PA, right? I'm not in a mood to force anything, not in a mood to overtrade or to rush something or to do anything along those lines. I'm here to simply focus on the quality of my decisions, right, and the quality of my executions. If I control those two variables well, then it really doesn't matter what other chaos, right, the market wants to give me here today. And I'm going to really emphasize that. So, look, the more that I try to force or rush or speed up a process to try to optimize for a P&L, the worse my trading goes, and that's the same for absolutely everyone. The more that I focus on just basically being reasonable, responsible, right, and set myself up so I can actually learn from my decisions, the better my trading goes. And if you don't believe that, if you don't believe that to be true, then you're in the wrong room, right? You're in the wrong program. And I wish you the very best of luck with your trading, but I can't help you get better. If you want or you're actually motivated about getting better and you want to become the best trader you can be, then adopting that mindset, right, is the starting point for truly being successful. So if you're not willing to judge yourself based on the quality of your decisions, instead you need to judge yourself based off of the quality of your P&L on a day-to-day basis, you will not achieve what you're looking for here in the market. But if you do focus on delaying that gratification, getting off of that P&L roller coaster and actually playing that long-term game, then you'll be able to accomplish absolutely anything you want or desire, right, playing this game. So, look, if you want to rely, right, profitable traders want to rely on facts, not feelings. The biggest fact that you need to realize here as a trader is that there are more ways to self-sabotage yourself through greed, through boredom, through frustration, through feeling like you're owed something, through impatience, through whatever it might be. There are more ways for you to lose money chasing after those feelings than there are ways for you to make money by being disciplined, structured, right, and just waiting for your price action to set up and give you exactly what you're looking for. So if you're going to skip those steps, if you're going to rush that process, if you're going to trade price action that isn't there, then you're always going to set yourself up for failure, and you're not going to accomplish what you're looking for here from the market. So it's kind of like a word of warning here, right? It's a hopefully, hey, reflect on what is going well, reflect on what is not going well, and be honest and objective with yourself if you actually want to accomplish that long-term result. So it's really not about the number of decisions you make, it's about the quality of decisions that you make. And if you can get addicted to making a high quality number of decisions, right, then you'll be able to take a high quantity of decisions and really scale up and smooth out that variance, right? Smooth out that sort of like decision curve. But if we aren't able to trust ourselves to make a good decision on a day-to-day basis, then adding more trades, adding more decisions to sort of that equation is just going to make you blow up your account faster and cost you more money long term. So sometimes you have to slow down before you can speed up. And if you're not willing to do that, good luck. Nothing I can do to help you, right? So, like I've said this before here, team, I'll say this again. My job here is to show you what I think it takes to become a profitable trader, to show you what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis to get better, to improve, and how I manage not only my expectations, but my psychology, how I react when I lose, how I react when I win, how I track my trades, how I track my wins, how I track my losses, how I learn from them, and how I adapt my trading technique as market conditions change. That fundamentally starts from me being the best loser I can be, right? That is where it all starts from. And I take that incredibly seriously. And so if you really want to be truly successful here, then it's also obsessing over those same variables, right? That's going to make you a lot more money than just obsessing over the P&L. This idea that you need to be in a rush to make money, or you need to be in whatever, all you're going to do is actually just slow yourself down. And this being in a rush, right, to be profitable as a trader is a surefire way to take 6 months to do something that only needs to take a month, right? Or 6 years to do something that's only going to take you a year. And the more and more that we feel that impatience, we put that pressure on ourselves, we rush that process, then we're just going to skip steps, and we're just going to set ourselves up to be failures and to not achieve what we're looking for. So yeah, I can't stress that enough, right? I honestly can't stress that enough. But yeah, being in a rush to make money honestly just puts you in a rush to lose. And that's not fun, right? So think about, do your actions match your words, right? Do they actually match your true intentions? And just realize, right, what feels best for you in the moment is rarely what feels best for you here long term. And if you're not willing to play that long-term game, you're not willing to delay that gratification for yourself as a trader, then you're probably not setting yourself up to ever find any success here in the market. Is that understood? So far, not seeing a ton of reasons to be aggressive here yet, right? So we go ES. March contracts, 30.88. Versus 13.47 on the December. So more volume on ES. Do the same check here on NQ. So December 12.57. I reckon that'll be bigger. Oh, a little bit more on the March as well. So again, going to be really patient here still. I'm not going to be hyper aggressive. Not going to be forcing anything. Not going to be rushing into anything. If I don't get a trade here today, sweet, no problems, no worries. If I get 10 trades here today, sweet, no problems, no worries. But remember, right? I'm judging myself not based on my P&L. I'm judging myself based on the quality of my decisions. So trending price action here to the downside on AMD. It's giving us that 125 breakdown like we identified pre-market. So it'd be hard for me to want to be bullish on this here short term. Not sure what your plan is. But semiconductors seem to have cooled off here pretty significantly. I don't know what it is here today, but I feel very slow. Like, feels like things are moving in slow motion a little bit. Not sure if that means I'm seeing the market slow, if I'm getting sick or something. Oh, it's gross up here, Joe, for sure. Maybe NQ will give us a breakout here. We got 9:45 data, so I'm not going to be in a huge rush. So, could just be that the roll date's different, Jeff, right? I don't really look at any Canadian securities. I don't even know what the ticker is. Oh, okay. Yeah, she did. Thank the Lord. Just read her resignation letter. It was pathetic. I am not a Cynthia Freeland fan, let's put it that way. Again, this is a one candle up, one candle down market here so far. Pretty crappy PA. So again, not really in a rush to do anything here. Not sure if I'm going to be very aggressive here this morning. I see very limited reasons to be so. So not great volume here. Again, we'll maybe switch to the March contract now. Yeah, this is literally some price action that is not moving here yet, right, guys? So I am in really no mood here to be aggressive. I have no mandate here where I need to be very forceful. I'm being told I need to sit on hands for now, right? I don't know, I feel low energy here this morning from the market. It's boring. How was everyone's weekend? You guys have a nice couple days off? Feeling good? Oh, that's fantastic, Norm. Oh, I hear you, Jeremy. Love it, Gabe. Congratulations. Hopefully you're okay with the back, Kyle. Nothing worse. Oh, I bet, Rain. The pictures looked awesome, man. Glad you enjoyed Disney World. Pretty punchy spread between the December and March contract too. Like 300 points on NQ, 75-ish points on ES. Yeah, I hear that. Well, you just type in ESH 2025, right? Or NQH 2025. It'll automatically be changed tomorrow after market close. So for now, not too much for me to go on about here. Maybe we can get like a 5-minute breakout or something. But again, I'm being pretty patient here. I'm getting very limited evidence to suggest I need to be aggressive. So I'm basically trying to control my expectations, right? If the market's not behaving in what would be a best case scenario for a roll, and we're just getting one candle up, one candle down, one candle up, one candle down, then I'm not sure why I would need to risk any money here today. I might be better off, right, just sitting in my second most profitable position, which is on hands. I still don't see anything here, team. No, Craig, no. Decreasing volume on the 5-min, right? On ES1, sure, but not on the March contract, right? Well, we're trading the contract that has more volume, right, Sammy? So on the March contract here, right, we had more volume at the open than the December contract. So you trade that instead, right? So at open here today, 12 spot 5.7 versus like 15, right, on the March. So an increasing volume standard here on the March, or on the December contract, right? But not getting the same on the March. There's a divergence there, right? Tells me it's just a volume sweep, right? Or it's people swapping over contracts versus an indication of trending PA. So again, still really no interest to trade anything here yet. Like if I'm a betting man here, I don't think I'm going to get a trade today. Like I would say that with 90% certainty at this point. So still decreasing volume here. Yeah, I'm still going to stay away from this. So yeah, I'm sitting on hands here, team. I don't anticipate I'm going to get a ton of action here today. Like I said, about 90% certainty that I wouldn't get a trade. Things just feel a little bit off. So I'm not willing to risk my streak, essentially even that, right? On suboptimal price action. Trading during the roll, you just set yourself up to get rug pulled basically on big volume, right? Momentum will flip and switch so easily and without warning that you'll feel like you're trading small caps that are doing offerings. So I'd rather avoid that. I really don't see anything of that's very appealing here. Yeah, 100%, Jeff. Yeah, it's a low probability session. So very few reasons, right, to be hyper aggressive. Now, could absolutely scalp away a few points and do all that kind of stuff, but I don't know if it's worth it. Definitely bring in a little bit of my own baggage into the market here today. Just woke up feeling a little bit weird. I don't know if I can shake. I've shaken that feeling here yet this morning to the point where I'm not. Not really interested in placing anything too aggressive. And it's going to be a weird week like that, right? This week, because the roll is going to end tomorrow, and then you've got FOMC on Wednesday, and then you're going to get kind of all the holiday type price action compressed into Thursday, Friday, Monday. So it's going to be a strange week here. So we'll see how she sets up, but yeah, I'd rather be too cautious than too aggressive here today and this week in general. And I don't see any reason to do otherwise here. Remember, right, we get paid for our decisions, not our time. So this idea that we think we need to, just because I'm watching the market, I have to place a trade is a really misleading thought to have. Right, like big volume in a rollover isn't about new momentum or like price discovery or a change in market personality. It's a change in open interest from one contract to the other. So if you can't determine objectively which it is, it's better to sit on hands, right, and avoid getting chopped out on frustrating PA. That's more random than it is methodical, right? Yeah, right now, Jyla, I am. Actually, I'm on the 3-min time frame. So you can see here inside my on my chart here, it'll tell you the ticker. 3 will be the time frame, and then this is the exchange. Any questions here, team? Any questions? Like I said, I don't see myself being very aggressive here today. Very limited evidence to suggest that that's the right move. So I'm kind of sitting this out for now. Well, I can't on a day like today, Topher, right? Until the roll is primarily over, then you can't tell the difference. That's why it's challenging to trust any narratives. Because you don't know, hey, is this a momentum shift or is this just an open interest shift, right? So you just don't know. Tomorrow, a little bit easier because it'll only be like the slackers and the last minute warriors, right? They'll be rolling. So a little bit easier to trust the price action. But not today. Yeah, no worries, Gabe. That's probably the right thing to do. So I just don't think it's easy to tell the difference between a shift in momentum or a shift in open interest, or it's not reliable to be able to determine that. So I'd rather avoid it and save myself the heartache. Again, right? This idea that every day is going to be a trading day and every day is going to be perfect for you and every day is going to be a day where you make money is a bullshit self-imposed limiting belief, right? And it tricks you into making decisions that aren't actually most profitable. So we need to fight back against that and be objective. I can't really say I've missed any A+ opportunities here so far today, or that I would be able to very confidently trade this price action and feel calm, smooth, collected, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, 100% Kyle. And it's been a great run of form for us over the last 2 weeks, right? Like 11 or 12 green days in a row. So I don't need to allow that ego hit to trick me into thinking that, oh, today's going to be just like that, when objectively conditions are much different than what they have been in the previous 11 or 12 days. So why not sit on hands save myself some money, right? Save myself the frustration of getting stopped out on what looked like a good volume just because I wanted to trade, right? And just make it easy to be green again tomorrow, right? Or have a good day tomorrow. All right, so would have been stopped out trading NQ. Would have been stopped out trading ES here. So the only setups I would have had would have cost me money. And we talked ourselves out of them because we knew, hey, it's a little bit of a different personality here today. So I actually saved myself some money, right? And there's no better adage in trading that, you know, we've all heard it. A penny saved is a penny earned. Well, that's very much a reality here in the markets. The days that you can avoid making your obvious mistakes, that's like finding money on the table. Yeah, it keeps us, it makes it easy for us to compound, right, Kyle? That for me is very, very important. Destroying my ability to compound by taking unnecessary losses or by compounding losses means that I'm no longer 1 or 2 trades away from new all-time highs in my portfolio, right? So yeah, team, I'm going to control the dopamine here today. Like I said, I don't see myself placing any trades here. I've really just avoided losing money so far. And I don't feel bad about that. For those of you who are DTR guests, I'll make the stream public again tomorrow. So don't worry, we'll kick it back up then too. Tomorrow should be a little bit easier. Because like I said, the majority of the roll is going to happen here today by the looks of it. But for now, very few reasons to place any risk on. Yeah, 100% Willard. No reason to lose money. This game is hard enough as it is. I don't need to make it harder by trading in sloppy price action. I mean, oh my gosh, I gotta buy Christmas presents for my nieces and nephews. That's gonna cost me enough anyway. I don't need the market to make it double pain. Sounds good, Jenny. Enjoy your day. Well, Kyle, not sure. Maybe if I won my fantasy football matchup, we would have been able to have that discussion. But for now, I'm gonna have to sit on my butt and try not to deliver any coal. Maybe we'll make some DTR merch here one of these days, and I'll send some out to everyone. Oh, Ram, I wouldn't mind one of those as a shoe size too. I've been trying to spend the last couple days looking at a new car. Canadian dollar is so weak that buying something now is a good time. But man, these dealerships are hard to deal with. Trying to give them my money and they're taking their sweet time. Well, if I was to finance a purchase, I think it'd be really easy. But I want to pay in cash. And so they're trying to get me to finance at like 9%. I'm like, nope, I don't want to do that. So we'll see if we can pull it off. So ES starting to go green to red. Yeah, 100% Joe. You'd think, end of December, they want to get their yearly quotas and all this kind of stuff. But I made them an offer. They accepted the offer. And they're not sending me the wire info. Classic. And they're not sending me the wire info once I said I want to do cash. Cash only. First world problems. I want to get an Audi RSQ8. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, exactly, Bert. Well, I've got like a foot of snow here, so I need to get something that can deal with that. And even if I move to the US, just still plan on doing it if my visa ever gets approved. I would like to have something that I can still take to the mountains and stuff. Oh yeah, it was, I mean, doing the test drive was so much fun. Well, I don't have anything yet here, Raim, so we'll come back to that, but I think I'll probably pass for now. I don't know, at this point, I might never financially recover from not putting my entire net worth into Fartcoin. That's the thing that seems to be exploding here again today. Thing has like a market cap that's bigger than market cap's like 900 million. Which is insane. So yeah, I really don't think I've missed anything here today, team. Look at it on the daily. Big move. Pretty much the entire move has happened here overnight. We're up, what, since the open? 100 points since the open. Not really much room there to move. I don't really trade these meme coins, Aaron, but maybe one day. My institutional background makes me think that they're a joke. I've been brainwashed into thinking that. So I've got my own limiting beliefs that stop me from trading that insanity. Sounds good, Kyle. Enjoy your day, man. We'll talk soon, bud. All right, team. I don't think I'm going to get too much more interest. So if you want to get the March contracts, just type in NQ, go to futures, expand the window, and then you'll see all of the upcoming contracts. So right now we're still under December, but the code for March, right, which will be what's active as the forward contract here come Wednesday, it's NQH 2025. The forward contract, right? So if you type in NQ1 on both ES and NQ, so ES1, NQ1, that'll be then the March contract come Wednesday. So we only have to do this like once a quarter, or 2 days a quarter maybe. So any other questions here, team? Any other questions? I'm not going to place any trades today. Sounds good, Jeff. We'll see you tomorrow, man. Yeah, no worries, Joe. No worries. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I'm addicted to my phone, so I check it a lot. We'll get back to busy conditions here at some point. But we had a great little run going into this period. So now it's okay if we have to catch our breath here for a couple days before we take that next leg. And January is going to be wild too, right? As we creep up towards inauguration and all that fun stuff. So, market's not going anywhere. We'll have plenty of opportunities. But getting faked out, getting stopped out on price action, that's the worst feeling in the world. And if we can avoid that, then we'll be all right. Again, right? That would have been a trade that would have stopped you out. So really, the only opportunities I've had here, I would have lost money on. So I have no bitterness to this whatsoever. A good proactive versus reactive day. And one of those days where it's very easy to go on tilt when you have the right thesis, but you can't get the timing right because it just wants to shake you out a whole way. So, is what it is. Sounds good, Rain. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. All right, team, I'm going to go final call for questions here. Final call for questions. And so what we'll do next week, while I still have you guys here before I bugger off for the day. So we'll trade this week. I'll trade Monday next week. And then we'll be off from the 24th all of next week. So I won't trade the 1st, the 2nd, or the 3rd. And then be back at it on the 6th. So we'll take a week off. A bit more, 10 days. And again, right, markets around Christmas, similar thing, right? Everyone's taking time off. People are walking away. So again, I'm not going to miss anything too much. And I'll spend that time back testing, make sure that I've got no kind of flaws in my strategy, relaxing, recharging, right? Rebuilding some of that mental capital, seeing family, then regretting seeing family, and then come back, right, to hopefully what should be a interesting finish or interesting start to the year. But we're really not going to miss out on much, so wouldn't be a bad thing. And always take that time to reflect on my trading for the year. Okay, what did I do well? What do I need to improve? And I've been really liking the changes that we've made to trading in general here in December, right? More aggressive taking winners, more aggressive cutting losers. And those have been a really nice, really nice change or shift or basically P&L change, right? So if I can keep focusing on just getting better at doing those things in these market environments, I'm going to keep setting myself up to be successful. So the more I can focus on that, the better things go in general, right? There's a great book, Best Loser Wins, by Tom Hoggard, I think his name is. And that is really getting better at losing makes it easier to win. And I would highly recommend everyone to read that if they haven't already. But it's a fantastic read. All right, team. Well, if no further questions, then same deal like always, right? If you have any questions outside of market hours, feel free to send me a DM or an email, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Hopefully more tradable conditions tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and we can, really kick off the holidays in style here. But be back at it again here tomorrow, and hopefully it's a slightly more tradable session. So in the meantime, have yourselves all a great day. I'll catch up with a few of you here in our one-on-ones later this afternoon, and we will chat then. So have yourselves a great day, team, and we'll talk soon. Peace.